The forest surrounding Whispering Pines was thick and dense, shrouded in an eerie silence that sent shivers down the spine of anyone who dared to venture deep within. In the heart of this forbidding woodland stood an ancient, decrepit hut. Its rotting wooden walls were cloaked in a blanket of ivy, and its thatched roof sagged under the weight of countless years. Locals whispered of the haunting legends that surrounded the old hut, tales of souls trapped between this world and the next, unable to find peace. For generations, the people of the nearby village had avoided the hut, fearing the darkness that lurked within its decaying walls. But there were always those who were drawn to the unknown, like moths to a flame. Among them was Sarah, a young and curious woman whose thirst for adventure outweighed her fear. One gloomy autumn afternoon, as the leaves fell like raindrops from the trees, Sarah embarked on her expedition into the forest. Armed with a dim lantern, a small backpack, and a beating heart filled with trepidation, she made her way through the tangled underbrush toward the sinister hut. The closer she came to her destination, the more her lantern flickered, casting eerie shadows that seemed to dance and whisper in the growing darkness. Sarah's breath quickened, but she pressed on, her curiosity driving her forward. When she finally reached the hut, its sight sent a chill through her very soul. The wooden door hung ajar, as if inviting her to enter. Hesitating for only a moment, Sarah pushed it open and stepped into the suffocating stillness of the hut. Inside, the air was heavy with the scent of decay and the hushed echoes of a forgotten time. Dust motes floated through the dim light, casting an otherworldly glow on the decrepit furnishings. Cobwebs adorned the corners, and a sense of foreboding permeated every inch of the room. Sarah moved cautiously through the hut, her footsteps creaking on the uneven floorboards. As she explored, she couldn't shake the feeling that she was being watched, that unseen eyes followed her every move. In the corner of the room, she discovered an old, weathered journal. Its pages were yellowed with age, and the ink had faded, but Sarah could make out enough to realize that it had belonged to a man named Elijah, who had once lived in the hut. Elijah's entries were filled with madness and despair, recounting strange occurrences that plagued him. He wrote of whispers in the night, of shadowy figures that danced just beyond the edge of his vision, and of a relentless, bone-chilling cold that seemed to seep into his very soul. Sarah's heart pounded as she read, realizing that the horrors described in the journal mirrored the unsettling sensations she was experiencing. She knew she should leave, but her curiosity had turned into an obsession, compelling her to delve deeper into the mystery. As she ventured into the hut's bedroom, a sudden gust of wind extinguished her lantern. In the pitch-black darkness, Sarah felt something cold and clammy brush against her cheek. Panic surged through her, and she fumbled for her lantern, struggling to relight it. When the light finally pierced the darkness, Sarah gasped. The room had changed. The walls seemed to pulse and breathe, and the floor was no longer solid but a shifting mass of ethereal mist. And standing in the center of the room was the ghostly figure of a man, his hollow eyes fixed on her. Sarah's scream echoed through the haunted hut as she stumbled backward. The ghostly apparition drew closer, his form wavering and insubstantial. He spoke, his voice a chilling whisper that sent shivers down her spine.
"Leave this place, for it is cursed,"
he warned, his words filled with an otherworldly sorrow. Terrified, Sarah stumbled out of the hut and fled through the forest, leaving behind the horrors that haunted Whispering Pines. She never returned, but the legends of the old hut persisted, serving as a chilling reminder of the darkness that lurked in the heart of the forest, waiting to ensnare those who dared to seek its secrets.